Today's big news is UPN President Liz Magill resigning amid controversy. Yes, friends, you heard it right. In a surprising turn of events, the University of Pennsylvania is grappling with the resignation of its 27th president, Liz Magill, just 20 months into her tenure. Magill, initially renowned for his illustrious academic career, faced a number of challenges that ultimately weakened his reputation within and beyond the university community. The following is a detailed account of the major events leading to Magill's resignation. 1. Promise and premise, appointed 20 months ago. Yes, friends, born into a family with a strong legal background, Liz Magill entered UPenn as a distinguished academic, provost at the University of Virginia, and a professor at Stanford Law. His impressive resume, including dean's roles, earned him the presidency. However, as events unfolded, it became clear that his academic ability did not necessarily make him capable of handling the complex challenges that lay ahead. 2. Controversial debut in September, Palestine Writes Literary Festival. Yes, friends, Magill's tenure faced an early test with the Palestine Writes Literary Festival held on campus. The festival, which celebrates Palestinian culture, caused controversy due to the alleged anti-Semitic views of some invited speakers. While professing a commitment to free speech, the university faced opposition from donors and the Anti-Defamation League, setting the stage for rising tensions. 3. Hamas attack in October and donor response. Yes, friends, after the October 7 attack on Israel by Hamas, major donors, including Mark Rowan, CEO of Apollo Global Management, distanced themselves from Magill. Rowan argued that Magill's failure to explicitly condemn rather than host the festival led him to demand his resignation. The university, in damage control mode, sought to distance itself from the festivities and condemn the speaker's views. 4. Rising anti-Semitism on campus from late October to November. Yes, friends. After the conflict in Gaza, tensions increased with an increase in anti-Semitic incidents on campus and across the country. Despite Magill's condemnation of hate speech and announcement of an action plan against anti-Semitism, the university faced a joint investigation by the University of Pennsylvania Police and the FBI into anti-Semitic threatening emails sent to employees. 5. Brandeis complaint and congressional inquiry in November. Yes, friends. The Brandeis Center filed civil rights complaints against UPenn with the U.S. Department of Education, accusing the university of fostering a hostile environment for Jewish students. In late November, Magill, along with other university presidents, testified before the House Committee on Education and the Workforce about rising anti-Semitism on campuses, sparking further investigation. Juez. Testimony on the Hill on December 5th. Yes, friends. Magill's credibility took a serious blow during the congressional hearings, particularly in response to questions about the school's code of conduct regarding calls for the genocide of the Jews. The vagueness of his and his counterparts' response led to widespread criticism, leading to calls for his resignation from various quarters. 7. Governor's rebuke and donor threats after hearing. Yes, friends. Pennsylvania Governor Josh Shapiro condemned Magill's statements as unacceptable and shameful, and calls on the UPenn Board of Trustees to be at odds with the university's values, urged to assess its coordination. Major donors, including Stone Ridge Holdings CEO Ross Stevens, threatened significant financial consequences if Magill retained his position. 8. Statements from the Wharton Board of Advisors and ADL CEO after the hearing. Yes, friends. The Wharton Board of Advisors, a group of influential business leaders, joined in calling for Magill's immediate removal. The CEO of the Anti-Defamation League, Jonathan Greenblatt, criticized Magill's efforts to clarify his testimony, saying it resembled a hostage video, and called for his resignation. 9. Letter to Congress and emergency board meeting after the hearing. Yes, friends. More than 70 members of Congress sent a bipartisan letter to the boards of Harvard, EMIT, and UPenn, calling for their counterparts at McGill and other universities to be fired. In response to increasing pressure, the UPenn board held an emergency meeting, but Magill initially retained his position. Resignation announced Saturday evening. Yes, friends. Despite the board's initial decision, Magill, along with board chair Scott Bach, ultimately resigned Saturday evening. The dual resignations represent the culmination of a series of crises that have significantly affected the university's reputation and internal stability. 11. Immediate consequences and financial implications. Yes, friends. McGill's resignation raises immediate questions about the university's leadership transition and its ability to address the multifaceted challenges left in its wake. The financial implications of major donors withdrawing support are looming large, with potential consequences for academic programs, facilities, and UPenn's overall standing within the academic community. 12. Reflections on leadership and crisis management. Yes, friends, Magill's brief and tumultuous presidency prompts broader reflection on the expectations placed on university leaders, especially when faced with complex and divisive issues. His resignation. The events leading up to this underscore the delicate balance required in managing academic freedom, donor relationships, and the university's responsibility to create a safe and inclusive campus environment. 13. Potential consequences for higher education. Yes, friends, the high-profile nature of McGill's resignation, coupled with congressional investigations and donor threats, may reverberate across institutions of higher education and raises questions about the impact of external pressures on the delicate balancing act required to deal with controversial issues in an increasingly polarized society. 14. Looking ahead, challenges for UPenn's interim leadership. Yes, friends, with the sudden departure of both the president and the board chair, UPenn has appointed interim leadership to guide the university through a period of transition. The interim leaders will be tasked with rebuilding donor relationships, addressing the concerns of diverse stakeholders, and fostering a new sense of unity within the university community. 15. Impact on UPenn's reputation and future leadership searches. Yes, friends, McGill's resignation leaves a lasting impact on UPenn's reputation and may impact the criteria and scrutiny applied in future leadership searches. University community close. We will be watching how UPN deals with the consequences of this tumultuous chapter and attempts to regain stability and confidence in its leadership. That's all in this video. Friends, subscribe to this YouTube channel for more videos.